Well, I think it's the quality of the product. When I come in here, I can find teas that are loose teas that I can steep, and I always get good answers from your staff.
Specialty tea shop like this it's got such great atmosphere. It's a small local business that I really like to patronize and support.
What I like about going to a specialty tea shop is the huge selection that's available. You have varieties that you're not going to see anywhere else. You might see one breakfast tea in a grocery store, and here, you have 4. So I love that about shopping in a specialty store.
Oh, for sure. The variety, the customer service, and the ability to try before you buy is always a great value add.
I'm most interested, I think, in a good, honest, rich flavor.
When I'm looking for my teas, I look first for the flavor of the tea as well as the freshness of the tea. I like to know that the teas are coming from the farm. It's really cool with this company that you can read about the farmers on their website.
Well, certainly flavor. Flavor comes first. After that, sometimes you want caffeinated, sometimes you don't. And then beyond that, health benefits is probably my third go-to for looking at.
Well, I'm thinking I want the health benefits. I don't allow myself any more than 1 cup of coffee a day, but I still want that warm drink, and tea has got a lot of health benefits.
I drink tea 2 to 3 times per day, a cup in the morning, and then usually something mid-afternoon, and then I love a decaffeinated tea late at night.
I drink tea all the time. I don't really drink coffee, so I start my day with a nice black tea, and then I go from there and lower my caffeine level and drink tea probably from morning till night most days.
Love it in the afternoon, especially in cold weather.
Well, I drink tea in the afternoon, and more for like something sweet. And then at night, I love the teas that help me go to sleep.
I do both, right? I do enjoy trying new teas, and I think that's always fun. But then, of course, you have the usuals that you always have on hand, whether breakfast teas or chamomiles for the evening.
I usually stick to my favorites, but I enjoy trying the samples that I get, and then if I find one that I really like, I'll come back and that'll become my usual tea.
Well, I like trying new teas if, I have an opportunity to taste something in the shop and it appeals to me, and I'll absolutely give it a try.
When I'm buying teas, I have my favorites and I really stick with those. Sometimes I'll buy a tea for someone else in my family to try and I'll enjoy it too, but I really have favorites for different times of day.
Yes, I have. I may have bought tea because the aroma was really good, and then I get it home and I didn't quite like the flavor.
I've certainly bought tea on a whim where the flavor just was not great, or was weak, or just didn't fit what I'm really after.
When I have shopped at other stores, I have always had mixed results. It's sometimes the freshness of the tea, it's sometimes where I thought it would be something comparable to what I've gotten here and the flavor just wasn't there.
I prefer to stock up on bulk for my favorites, but if I try something new, I might get just a few of those.
I like both things, right? I mean, kind of going back to love to, I know what my breakfast tea is, although I'll try some variety here and there, but I also love to try some of the new stuff, and I'm not going to bulk up on that immediately.
I like buying smaller amounts more often because, it's a great excuse to come into the store and I have faith that then it will be fresher, and I really value that.
I will usually buy smaller amounts. For some of my favorites, I will probably go with a bigger bag occasionally, but it's always nice to have the smaller amount so I can have the variety to get me through my day, and also make sure that I'm keeping fresh product in my pantry.
Absolutely. I mean, I love the free samples that I get. Plus, the buy four, get the fifth free is always wonderful for me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, free samples are where it's at. It's a great way to try new things, expand horizons, but also loyalty programs, coupons, discounts, things of that nature, always a good incentive to kind of push you over the edge.
A promotion on something that looks interesting, sure.
So the free samples that I can get when I'm shopping here are really important to me. I can honestly say that my favorite teas, my go-to teas, are the teas that I've tried first. And they're higher end teas sometimes that I wouldn't buy if I couldn't try them first.
Well, in this tea shop, when I walk in, there's always a big smile on people's faces, ready to help me. And when I don't need the help, they're around if I decide I do.
Customer service first, and a great atmosphere, which
The customer service, the personal touch, the ability to get personal recommendations, just so much value there for me.
I would have to say the thing that makes me feel most comfortable in a tea shop would be the knowledge of the staff and the friendliness of the staff.
Depends on the day. I do love being educated about something new that I haven't tried before. But sometimes when I come in here and I just need my stuff, I go through quickly.
Certainly I like a quick transaction, but I'm a lifelong learner, so I love to hear about new things, whether it's new varietals or new flavors or new ways to brew.
I usually like to have the conversation when I'm in the store about what might be new, what might be something that I didn't know before about the tea. I'm not really the quick transaction type of person, but if I need to, I know what I want and I can get in and out.
Absolutely. When I come in here and get a couple of samples, I may come back and buy more.
Yes, 100%.
Tastings and samples definitely make me more likely to purchase. I would say it's nice to have the samples to try something new at home.
What frustrates me? Well, if I wanted to order something online and they didn't have it, frustrates me. I don't like having to wait to get the product.
With online, not knowing what you're necessarily going to get. And in tea shops, it's just not being treated like a valued customer.
The only thing that would frustrate me about buying tea in the shop would be if, it was way too busy and they weren't able to help me.
Sometimes you go into a tea shop and they're kind of snobby, and if you don't know, if you're looking for something but you don't know exactly what you're looking for, and they act like, oh, well, you don't really have the right questions to answer, they just don't want to give you the time of day if you don't already have a knowledge.
I think I love the tea, the cookies here, and it would be fun to have a little bit more food to pair with different teas.
I would say probably some like snacks or food to try along. How does a tea pair with certain things would be probably my number one.
Herbal, if there was a more choice in the way of herbal teas, that would be neat.
What I really wish that I could find is more samples that I can purchase to take home. I know when I'm shopping online, there are sample sizes, but it would be nice to have those in the store. Maybe be able to do, especially around the holidays, kind of a mix and match or make your own sampler would be a really awesome thing to do, whether it's the tea or the honeys, because the honeys are really good too.